Good evening, YouTube. Here with you on this Wednesday evening. This is the second time, actually, it's the third time if you count the miscue I had a minute ago. But it is the, this is not the first time I've done this, put it that way. This is the AM transmitter tube kit that I built. It is assembled. You can see wires going to it. The wires on this side go to the tube filament, and the wires on this side go to the B+. And to that end, I have this camera up here. If you can see my fingers up there, is the B+. The camera down here that you see is the filament voltage. The camera, oops, I'd keep knocking that over. I gotta keep meaning not to. That's the it's hard to see, but there's an antenna running down through here, and it's about 18 inches long. So yeah, this camera over here is going to have the filament, or not the filament, but the variac voltage and current. We're going to kind of keep an eye on that at the same time. Now, the radio I'm going to try to pick this up on is this one here. This is the new radio I got in today, and I thought that'd be a pretty good demo of it if I can pick it up with that. And feeding the modulation into the thing is the Eclipse. Show you this is the 4 gigabyte. Now I have an 8 gigabyte card in there also. I put some 8-bit classic rock tunes on there. Hopefully that won't catch YouTube's copyright police too much. So anyway, that's the setup. Again, I'll do a close-up of the way I've got that hooked up, or either that, or I'll just put a picture of the schematic and show you where I've got it connected at. So, alright, without any further ado, I'm going to turn this on here, and we'll see on that camera that the voltage is on, and nothing has changed much on the other cameras. So let's go up a little bit. By the way, this is on a 20 volt scale. This should be a 12 volt filament. So I'm going to go up to about 60 volts. Like I said, I've already done this once, so I know it works. There you go, 60 volts. I don't have anything on the filament. Well, there's a good reason for that. I don't have it plugged in. I've remembered everything. There's a lot to remember here. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but there we go. There we go. Now we have almost 6 volts. Well, we do have 6 volts. So we have 83 on the B+. And like I said, 6 volts here. And we're going to go on up with the voltage. And I want to get it up to 90 volts. Let's get up there, 90 volts. Alright, for state work, that's close enough. And we see I have 120, 118. I think the tube is conducting now. When that tube starts conducting, the B+ will drop a little bit. So, anyway, we have 8.95 now on the filament. Let's go ahead and take it up to 120. That's where it's going to spend its life, more likely. More than likely, I should say. Now, once I get it up here to this low, we'll take a look at the voltages and such, and then we'll go from there. If I ever get it up there. Oh, there we go. That's close +enough. Alright, we're at 12 volts even on the filament. We are at 146.8 on the B+, and we don't have any modulation at all going in yet, but we will very shortly. I will turn this on. It is, the volume on this is set up high, or at least it was. See if I can get this to go like I want it to go. And let's see. Yep, there's a card in there. Go back to music. Go to directory list, card directory, and these are the songs I have on. I'm going to start with, I got this off of Amzy's Corner. You guys know Amzy? You guys, any of you subscribe to him? He had this on his video yesterday, and I figured, well, he didn't get hit for it, so maybe I won't either. That's what we're going to be playing right there, so we'll go ahead and start that. And I want to make sure the volume level is up high. Well, see, it's already came back down. Get that up there like it should be, and let her go. Should be playing. Yes, it is playing. All right, well, we're going to lay that over here, and I'm going to turn this radio on and see if we can get it on here. I don't know exactly. Now, this little radio does AM, FM, and shortwave. Now, this is one of the best radios I have ever owned. I'm going to put that right now. I'm going to tell you it is. As far as especially Chinese radio, I paid less than $18 for this. I don't know what the frequency was at this. I may have to get the other radio. I know it works with it. I've had it playing. I was trying to find out, if I could, what frequency it was on. Oh, there we go. Where's my volume at? Alright, there you can hear it playing. Now I'm going to try to tune it in a little bit. Use the twiddle stick here. If I can find it. No, this works too. I had this in there before. There it is. Alright, there we go. Turn it up a little bit higher. That's as loud as it goes right there. Now you can hear it working. I'm going to pull it away from there and see what it does. Not working as good over there. But it's still working. I don't think the yeah, put it right there. It sounds excellent. So it's at 1503 now is what the tune frequency is. I could probably try to tune it a little bit better, but I think it's as close as you're going to get it. Each time you change this antenna length, things like that, makes a difference. I'm not sure what's coming up next, if anything. I don't know if that's set to roll over or not. I don't even know where it happened to it. Oh, it's behind here. let's see what we got here. Let's play this one. Alright, there you go. It is playing. It doesn't sound bad, but I just don't like the fact that you have to have the radio so close to it. I was talking to Robert Gibbons, earlier. He says that 4 foot is closer to the length that the antenna needs to be, and I've got mine 18 inches. And that's really more than they recommend, so... anyway, everything else is holding steady. Give you a reading on the tube heat. There you go, 112. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'll do the transformer too. I forgot to do that. Yeah, it's more or less room temperature. So nothing else on there I don't think is getting hot. See if I can get that resistor. 77, 76. So yeah, it's good. So you can hear the, like I say, it does work. Everything's steady on this, on the Variac 120. We're about 40 milliamps drawing current. So that's not bad at all. The filament's staying pretty steady at 12 volts. So I think it's working very well. Let me see if I can put a different song on there. Try one more different one. Alright, there you go. Now these are all 8-bit songs. Anybody that doesn't know what 8-bit songs are, well, you haven't lived through the glory days of computers. So, that's gonna just about do it for this one. At 12 minutes on this clock on this one. Like I said, I'm gonna do a separate video for this radio here because it does so much more than what it's doing right now. It does AM, it does FM, it does shortwave, it plays MP3s, it will record out of your stereo, it has a line in, and it has the ability, of course, to record to SD micro cards. And again, it has the station inputs. And the sound, I know the camera doesn't do it much justice, but whoop, my antenna fell over. I think it's making a loose connection when it does that. Anyway, camera doesn't do us justice on how good that sounds. So, like I said, that's going to do her. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I appreciate you watching, and we will see you. Alright, I did promise you a close-up of how I had this hooked up. You can see there is the, let me get on the pointer here. Right there is the B+. So I can get a good picture of it. There's the B+ positive right there. That's the end of the capacitor. And I'll show you on the schematic also. Now the negative of the B+ is on the ground bus over here on this side. And now the filament, it's hard to see under there, but they're hooked up to the pins of the filament. And that's where it was getting. I'll show that on the schematic also. Just wanted to add that to it. And also to tell you that I had a little phenomenon happen in here as I was turning this off. I unplugged it from the Variac, and it seemed like the more the voltage went down, the stronger the signal went. So I'm thinking maybe I've got something either wired wrong, or maybe I'm giving it's got too much voltage. And I may play around with that and try to limit the voltage a little bit and see what happens with that. Man, I tell you what, it got loud. I mean, really loud. Of course, then it went berserk, you know, it went completely off. But like I said, right before it went off, it was nice and loud and clear. So that's what we may do, play around with it. But I do want to try to mod this a little bit more to get some better performance out of it. So stay tuned for the next project. I think I'm going to do the video on the radio, but then I'm going to get out the tube tester, and I've got my resistors now. I'm going to go ahead and replace the resistors in that, and that will be my next little project. Robert sent my care package for the heat kit condenser checker, so that's coming in the mail, and I don't know when it'll be here, but I think it'll be here at least by the end of the week for sure. So that's coming up. So stay tuned. I'm trying to make this channel as interesting as I can and give you guys a little variety of what I do besides the norm. So alright, like I said before, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see ya.
That's all, folks.